Your cruise is supposed to be filled with beautiful ports, delicious food, and unforgettable memories, not stomach problems, dehydration, or a trip to the ship's medical center. The good news is that a few simple habits can significantly reduce your chances of getting sick while you're cruising. Hey, y'all, it's your girl Gigi, and welcome back to Delightfully Gigi Travels. Today, we're talking about how to avoid getting sick on a cruise ship. I'm covering what to do before you sail, how to protect yourself at the buffet, and what to pack, and what to do if you start feeling sick on board. So, this video is not meant to make you afraid of cruising. It's meant to help you cruise prepared, confident, and ready to enjoy your vacation.
Cruise ships bring thousands of people together in shared dining areas, elevators, theaters, pools, and entertainment spaces. That means many people may touch the same buttons, railings, and serving utensils throughout the day. Illness is not unique to the cruise ships, but close contact in shared spaces can make it easier for germs to spread when travelers do not practice good hygiene.
Let's begin with the most important habit. Wash your hands with soap and water. Wash before eating, after using the restroom, and anytime your hands may have been exposed to heavily touched surfaces. Take your time and wash for at least 20 seconds. Hand sanitizer is convenient when a sink is not nearby, but it should not replace proper hand washing, especially when you're trying to protect yourself from stomach illnesses such as the norovirus. And the buffet is where this becomes especially important.
Wash your hands before you enter the buffet, even when a crew member is also offering sanitizer. Use a clean plate every time you return for more food. Avoid touching your face while serving yourself. And do not eat directly from your plate while you are still walking through the buffet line. Choose food that looks freshly replenished. Hot food should be hot, and cold food should be properly chilled. When something doesn't look or smell right, trust your judgment and select another option. Now, I know some people carry wipes and try to clean every utensil before they touch it. You do not have to spend your entire cruise vacation frightened of every surface. Be sensible. Wash your hands, avoid touching your face, and wash again before eating whenever possible. Here's a tip I use. Most buffets have a hand washing station right at the entrance, but not everyone actually stops to use it. So when I'm grabbing serving spoons or tongs, I like to use a napkin or a disposable glove to handle them instead of touching them directly. It's a small habit and it covers you for the people who skipped that hand washing station. And please do not use the buffet if you're already experiencing vomiting, diarrhea, or another potentially contagious illness. Contact the medical center instead. Pay attention to the surfaces everyone touches. Elevator buttons, handrails, casino machines, touchscreen kiosks, gym equipment, door handles, and public restroom fixtures. You do not have to avoid them. Simply keep your hands away from your eyes, nose, and mouth until you have washed them. When practical, use your knuckle instead of your fingertip on touchscreens and sanitize after using shared equipment. When I first enter my cabin, I like to give a few high-touch surfaces a quick wipe. That includes the television remote, phone, light switches, bathroom handles, drawer pulls, and balcony door handle. So the cabin has already been cleaned, so this is not about performing a deep cleaning. It's simply an extra step that gives me peace of mind, honey. Not everything that makes you feel sick is contagious. Dehydration can cause headaches, fatigue, dizziness, and nausea, especially when you combine tropical heat, excursions, alcohol, and long days in the sun. Start drinking water before you become thirsty. Carry a refillable bottle and consider packing electrolyte packets for especially hot or active port days. I understand the temptation to stay up late every night, try every cocktail, and wake up early for every port. But exhaustion can make the entire cruise feel harder than it needs to be. So drink responsibly, give yourself time to rest, and do not feel guilty about taking an afternoon nap. You paid for the vacation, not for a competition to see who can stay awake the longest. Motion sickness is different from a contagious illness, but it can still ruin your day. If you already know that you are sensitive to movement, make your plan before the ship leaves port. Speak with a pharmacist or healthcare professional about which option is appropriate for you, because some motion sickness medications can cause drowsiness or interact with other medications. So be sure to check with your healthcare professional or pharmacist before purchasing anything. Caribbean sun can become intense quickly, even when there is a breeze. Apply sunscreen before leaving the ship and reapply as directed. Wear sunglasses, a hat, and breathable clothing. Take shade breaks during excursions and pay attention to signs that your body needs water, rest, or a cooler environment. When you leave the ship, use the same good judgment you would use anywhere else. So choose restaurants and food vendors that appear clean and busy, and make sure food that should be cooked is served thoroughly cooked and hot. Follow local guidance for drinking water. And when you are uncertain, use sealed bottled water and avoid ice unless you know it was made with safe water. One of the easiest ways to prepare is to pack a small personal health kit. I am not suggesting that you bring an entire drugstore, but bring the products you already know you can safely use. For example, you may need to bring your prescription medication. I usually bring pain relief or stomach relief or motion sickness products, bandages, blister protection, a thermometer, sunscreen, sanitizer, disinfectant wipes, and electrolyte packets. Keep your prescription medication in your carry on bag, not inside your checked luggage. And bring enough for the entire trip, plus a little extra in case your travel plans change or in case someone else in your party needs to use it. Before you sail, review your health insurance and travel insurance coverage. Medical treatment on board may not work the same way as a regular doctor's visit at home, and payment may be required before you submit a claim for reimbursement. Read the policy details instead of assuming everything is covered. Pay particular attention to medical treatment, emergency evacuation, pre existing condition rules, and coverage outside the United States. I'll put a link to the travel insurance company I use in the description below.
If you begin experiencing vomiting, diarrhea, fever, breathing difficulty, or symptoms that concern you, do not attempt to hide them so you can continue attending activities. Contact the ship's medical center and follow the instructions you receive.
Reporting illness protects you and the people traveling around you. Yes, you may be asked to remain in your cabin temporarily if you are contagious. That may be disappointing, but spreading an illness throughout the ship would be much worse. Here are the mistakes I want you to avoid: relying only on hand sanitizer, touching your face after using shared surfaces, returning to the buffet with a used plate, waiting until you are already seasick to make a plan, drinking too little water, getting too little sleep, and ignoring symptoms because you do not want to miss the fun. Now let's bring everything together. You cannot eliminate every possibility of becoming sick while traveling, but you can greatly improve your odds by washing your hands, staying hydrated, resting, and protecting yourself from the sun, and responding quickly when something feels wrong. Prepare responsibly and then allow yourself to enjoy the cruise. I'll be honest with you, my husband and I have gotten sick on 2 cruises ourselves. We felt totally fine boarding, and then it hit us during the trip or right after we got home. That's exactly why I made this video. Everything I just walked you through is what we implement and do now on every cruise. I hope these tips help you feel more confident and prepared for your next cruise too. So tell me in the comments, what is one product or habit you never cruise without? Be sure to check out the description for my cruise, health kit, travel essentials, destination guides, and every resource mentioned in this video. Subscribe and follow Delightfully Gigi and specifically the Delightfully Gigi Travels playlist for more cruise tips and honest travel experiences. All right, y'all. Until next time, see ya.